Hello, it's me, Salisha, and welcome to Black Hair in the Big Leagues, honey. I am like, okay, my heart is pounding out of my chest for so many reasons. First of all, like, I've not done this video thing yet. And so, so pray with me. And also, oh my goodness, I got somebody on today who I am so freaking stoked about. She is beautiful from the inside out. You might recognize her from The Voice, I believe, season 2, Team Christina will confirm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, did I do my research? Beautiful tour. This superstar was on the Beautiful tour, and she became the first Black Regina George in Meangirls on the Broadway. Oh, I cannot wait to ask all the questions. She moved on over to Beautiful on Broadway, which is where we work together. And then she jumped on over to the Hamilton tour. So let's please give a warm welcome to, oh my gosh, let me pin your video. Ashley De La Rosa.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here. So proud of you, by the way, for this awesome podcast. I'm always like, I want to start a podcast. I have nothing to talk about. So,
girl, me too. Literally, I was like, oh, I'm going to start a podcast all year. I didn't know. I'm like, what do I talk about in the dressing room? Hair.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's true. Yes, hair and juices.
Oh, yes.
And
fitness, fashion.
A little fitness, yes.
A little bit.
But it's always hair, for sure.
I just want to say, first of all, that I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. Times is hard out here.
Times is freaking hard. You're in Florida right now?
Yes.
Okay. How's that going?
I'm not only in Florida. I am in Tampa, Florida. Well, actually, more specifically, Tarpon Springs, Florida, sponge capital of the world. Yep, they go sponge diving here. That's what Tarpon Springs is known for.
But aren't there like alligators?
Well, in the ocean, they go sponge diving in the ocean, and alligators don't live in the ocean.
I ain't going diving for nothing with the alligators.
No, and like no hate to Florida, but Florida is the armpit of America. So I guess
never heard anybody describe Florida that way.
It's the armpit of America. This is where I was like raised. I was born in New York, but kind of raised here. So my parents live here and they moved to Tampa. They moved from Orlando to Tampa. And the weather's great. There's a pool, which is amazing. I get to be outside and walk around. Space. Yeah, I've got space, which is in COVID times, like a blessing. But it just it's different. It's very different here.
Okay. Is there a lot of humidity right now?
Oh, yes. I don't know if you can tell. I keep like touching my hair.
Your hair looks great.
Thank you. But yes, it's very humid. It feels a little bit like I'm walking on the inside of someone's mouth, like I'm walking on the surface of their tongue all the time.
Will you please be a writer? The way you're describing your settings right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so gagged.
Oh gosh. I mean, just Florida. I only get this worked up over Florida, honestly.
Okay. Well, I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah.
It's only a matter of time before we're all back together.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be back at the end of October. So it'll be great. I've got like something to look forward to, and I get to spend time here with my parents. And like with our jobs, we never really get to have much time off. Yeah.
8 shows a week. It's like you miss everything.
Yeah. And like our busiest times are on the weekends. And that's usually when people
get married, have retirement parties, live their lives.
Exactly. So it's like
not on Monday nights.
Everything. I know. I'm like, can somebody have a wedding on a Monday, please, so that I can
only go? In the Broadway community. Like truly, I might get married on a Monday.
I would be there. I would be there.
So.
All your friends.
So first of all, like thank you so much for coming on here and chatting with me a little bit. I'm going to ask all of the things. And, some of these things we might have already talked about even like while we were working together at Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And first, like, I know not everyone can see the broadcast. So for those of you listening, like Ashley De La Rosa, please look her up if you don't already know who she is. Like she's just gorgeous from the inside out, truly. And your curls, like what type of curls do you have? Number one, like, do you know it's okay.
No, I try to do the curl thing on my, like, and it's like 3C or something. I have no clue. I know I looked it up once, but I don't remember. I know they're not A's.
Okay, I'm still learning myself. So like when we figure it out, we're gonna post something so that we can all figure out our curl types if we don't already know. And like I've always classified mine as 3C. I feel like yours are like a little bit looser than mine are, but it still might be like.
So maybe it's a B. I just don't know the numbers and I know the letters. I know what the letters look like. I can like see a 4C curl and I know what a 4C curl is.
Me too.
But then I'm like, okay, so maybe I'm a B or a C, but what do the numbers mean?
Right. Okay, so this is I promise y'all, we're gonna figure this out and I will lay it out for you at some point. Like
we need a chart.
So let's dive in and tell me a little bit about your hair journey, like all of the things, like how you have felt about your hair growing up and now, and whatever you want to start with.
Yeah. So growing up, so my dad's Dominican, my mom's Puerto Rican. So I had really, really, really tight curls when I was younger, and my mom would always do my hair. She would always have like little two little pigtails, high pigtails, and my curls out. And
so cute.
it was really cute looking back on it. Like it was super cute. But then as I got older, like, with just everything that the world throws at you, and they're saying that like natural hair isn't beautiful. So of course, like everyone else, every other, I started straightening my hair. And well, first it was like when I wasn't allowed to straighten my hair, I would do 2 braids. So in the morning, like would braid my hair, 2 low braids, but my hair was so like the shrinkage. So then, but I couldn't style it when it was dry. So I'd wake up, have it wet, do my braids. And then by first period, I had the tiniest little nubbin braids that would only go like a little bit lower than my ears.
Dang.
They were just like these fat, chunky little braids. and so I would have that, and that was elementary school. And then middle school, I think, is when I started straightening my hair on my own, because my mom, she's got pretty straight hair. And so she's Puerto Rican, and she had wavier hair when it was longer, when she was younger, but over time, her hair's gotten straighter and a little bit thinner too. My dad's got really thick, coarse hair. Which he calls, it's so funny because he's like, I've got good hair. I got the good hair. And it's just funny because you don't hear, men, especially like people with really tight curls being like, yeah, I got good hair. But
that's really, I think, really great.
I know. Yeah. And he like says it as a joke, but he's so cute. Like we were at the pool 2 days ago and he's combing his hair before he goes into the water. He's combing his hair and he's like, I got that good hair, like patting it on the side. And I was like, can we go in the pool? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I started straightening hair and then my curls went away, kind of. I got like relaxers and keratin treatments and all that. And
you got a relaxer?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico. It was so bad. My mom was like, never again, never again. It ruined my hair. It burned my hair.
Whose idea was it?
Mine. But we didn't know it was going to be that intense. Because my mom, she has pretty straight hair. And so she was like, it's fine. Like, and you're a kid. Like, it's not going to be that intense. But I don't know. They must have done too much on it. But my hair was just like fried. And
what? Pause for a second. It's funny. I'm so sorry. Like the way I just asked that, I was wondering because I'm looking at your curls like right now, and they just look so soft and like a pillow. And so the idea of like you even wanting to relax is just like, what? Like it's such a mind blowing. But especially like everyone is different, and you're also younger too. It's like,
yeah, the times were different. And like when you don't see that, and also growing up in Florida, like I was the only Black person in my friend group. And my sister, who's 4 years older than me, was also one of the only Black people in her friend group. And you look at her hair, it's straight. She has
sister?
she has been she still does keratin treatments. She's still like, it is bone straight. And she like, so always says, she's like, oh, like I wish my hair could be like a little wavier and stuff, but like it's just she would have to do a big chop, and I don't think she wants to do that. But
not anybody, well, some people do. I'm like, I dreaded it.
My hair grows so slowly too that I feel like, because it doesn't grow past my shoulders actually anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, it's a cute length.
I need a big chop. I don't know, but it's so much to chop off. Like I don't.
Yeah.
And some people, I read some online, they're like, sometimes your hair just stops at a certain length, and that's just
what is up with that? I need to dig into that, because like,
me too.
Why?
I don't know, because if that's not true, then I'm just going to cut all my hair off. Why not?
Why not? I do have a friend who like feels like a little bit differently about that, and she's like, no, it's like at a certain length, when you get to a certain length, sometimes we stop taking care of it the way we were when we were growing it out. And I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something that I would definitely want to investigate, because like I'm at that point where my hair right now is the longest it's ever been, and I'm like, will it keep growing?
Your hair's so long.
Thank you.
It's so pretty, and it's so shiny and healthy.
It's something, and it changes like day one. Like I've got a twist out in right now. And like, so like day one twist out is like different than like day 3. Day 5.
Yeah.
Super frizzy and huge. But like, I'm like, will it keep growing, or is this it?
I don't know.
No.
And my friend also said, she was like, well, maybe because your shoulder, like it breaks off. Like maybe you have a retention problem, not a length problem. So I started kind of lightly putting it back so that it wasn't always brushing on my shoulders and breaking off at this length. And I don't know, I've tried different things. I did read your blog and started doing the massages, 15 minutes. Yes.
Oh, right on.
So I'm so bad at keeping up with things. So I'm trying to do it every night.
Being
just
consistent.
Like watch the show. But how do you like not get your roots all tangled and frizzy?
That's the thing. That is part of it.
My washing.
It will mess up your wash and go, especially if your wash and go is wet. Like if you do that while it's wet, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But that's part of it though. It's like you're bringing the blood to the
follicles.
And so it's like saying, hey, pay attention to us. Like that's where the blood's going, and it'll grow. But like,
but then it's like I remember the first time I did it, I went in because I was like, this feels so good. Oh my gosh, why don't I ever do this? And then it was like mad. Oh my gosh. So, and I only wash my hair once a week.
Right.
So I'm like, well, now I need to figure out how to so now I'm kind of like,
I would be interested in trying one of those tools. I don't know if you've like seen them like from Forever 21 or something like that, like kind of scratch your scalp. I don't know if that would help.
At home in New York, and you have to be really careful with the curly hair because because the little things are so small, it will rip your hair. It's like trying to yank out a scrunchie.
Oh, heck no.
I also read
I didn't know that. I love you. P.S. By the way, your hair looks so healthy. And like it like for at least from here, but also in person, I'm like, from here where I'm looking at you right now, it looks so shiny and beautiful and healthy and curly, and in person, that's what I remember it as well. Like, what are you still doing? I know we talked about like the Vernon Francois.
Yes,
tell me a little bit about that. And are you still doing it?
Yes. So that's been the thing that's worked for me the best with not washing my hair more than once a week. So if I do that method, then like my hair lasts longer. And for those of you who don't know,
break it down, girl.
Vernon Francois method. My friend Skylar introduced me to him. And you like do your regular wash, and then you put your products in, and then you just like take not each strand, but like it's each section and condition it, and then you like twist it while it's wet, and then you're supposed to like use a diffuser. I still haven't gotten a diffuser. Like I still haven't invested in my
I
whole
feel
life.
like that's not a bad thing. Anytime you don't want to put heat on your hair, I don't think that's a bad thing. It just
Yeah.
takes longer.
It takes
That's all.
a really long time. So I just like let it air dry about 90%, and then I like lightly blow dry the rest. Well, like 80%. Then I lightly blow dry the rest, and then I take the twisties out and blow dry it dry, like all around, like a little tornado.
Literally, like they make you have. I tried to do that. It
I know.
it did not work. I did not. But like when
you're like, mm-mm.
I watched you do it, and literally you had the perfect.
They come out like ringlety.
Perfect.
And now my hair, it like sort of trains, because my curls were not a ringlet. Like they're not a ringlet curl. They weren't, at least when I was younger. They were more of the squiggles. I mean, they're still kind of squiggles now, but there's some that will be like a little ringlety. I don't know. It's kind of crusty right now. But I now, because I do it so often, and because it's it's just faster. Like it before, it used to take me, forever, but now I can do it just in my sleep.
Nice.
And yeah, it's great. And so my hair kind of has gotten used to it, and it mimics that style. So even when I don't do it and I don't have time and just put my products through, run my fingers through it and try to do like the super quick wash and go, some of them will still be
like they're trained.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in the long run, I think it helps.
So that's called the Vernon Francois method. And like, maybe I'll like write that down or something. So you can, if you wanted to look it up and try it. And it's something that I would want to try again. Because like, if I could master that, that would be bomb.
Well, the first time I did it, your hair doesn't know what it's doing. So it came out really, really badly and like frizzy, and the curls weren't there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So like, yeah. So the more that you do it, the easier it becomes.
But it must have worked enough for you to try it again.
Well, my friend Skylar was like, and she's got like ringlety hair. Like she's Haitian and white, but her curls are looser for sure. But she was like, no, dude, you have to keep trying. So she was the one, or else I would have stopped completely. Okay. Yeah. So it takes, I think by the fourth time I did it, it was looking good. Really good.
That's kind of like inspiring. I'm like, okay, sometimes you have to just like stick with it, and like, because all the YouTubers that we watch, they did not master it in one take. Right. Like they practiced that ish over and over again before they made a video to show you how to do it. So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you about there's a couple things I want to ask you about shows and stuff. In Meangirls. Mm-hmm. How was your experience there in any way that you want to speak to being like, as like Black Regina George? And you can say as much or as little as you'd like. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. I mean, it was my Broadway debut, which was fantastic. And I was so excited to get to meet and work with Tina Fey.
That's so cool. Oh
yeah, it was really cool. And I think that, and I think we see it now kind of with this reckoning of white American theater, like what it means to be Black on stage, or Latinx on stage, or Asian American, Pacific Islander, like to be anything that's not white on stage. And I'm so grateful to casting that I got that opportunity, for sure. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was great. But I also don't think that they fully knew the impact of what hiring me was going to be. Yeah, what it meant. The reception from the fans was incredible. Like there were so many people, so many young girls of color and boys too, that were like, oh my gosh. Sorry, my mom just dropped something. I don't know if you heard that.
Also, that is a lot better when you hold it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured, so much. I'm looking at the Zencaster. Me too. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, my signal's super low. But I had a lot of young people come up to me and they're like, wow, when you when I saw you on stage, like I felt like I could do that. And, it's not just a tertiary character or someone,
Yeah.
that has one line. It's the lead of the show. So it I'm
Yeah.
so grateful that I got to be there for an entire year, despite any challenges that happened in the building or, from above or whatever. Um, it
Yeah.
I think it was important for me to be there, and I hope that it changes the mindset of people behind the table and people who produce shows. Um, just to see that, like, Black people have lives and stories and experiences, and
Yeah. Yeah.
we also deserve to just, like, be on a stage and
Yeah. And that you
tell
can
a
carry a show and
story.
slay.
Yeah,
And something
yeah.
that wasn't like, you know what I mean? It's not,
Mhm.
it wasn't written like it was written for a white, it was written
Yeah,
for a white girl.
yeah.
And you stepped into that role, and I'm like, I've even seen like little clips. I already knew that, like after meeting you and like seeing how freaking, oh my gosh, how talented you are. I'm like, oh, I already know she slayed. But seeing the videos and looking at the picture, I'm like, oh my, I have chills, Ashley.
It was truly, truly special, like, and the thing is, I loved the people in the building for sure. Like, there were so many people that, were so supportive, and it also made me, but the downside of it was it really made me question myself, as like, it made me question my talent, because there were so many instances where, um I was like, wait, why is this happening to me? Or why am I getting treated this way? Like, am I not, good? And I think growing up being Dominican and Puerto Rican and reckoning with that, like, oh, well, we're Black, but we're different type of Black. Like, my family never said that, but that's kind of like how people that aren't African American, like a lot of Latinos, and there's a lot of prejudice within the community itself. And
Mm.
I think a lot of people are coming to terms with that within the Black Lives Matter movement currently. But I kind of I didn't really reckon with my Blackness until I went on tour with Beautiful. So until right before Meangirls. Yeah,
Really?
I was like, well, I'm Dominican. So I guess I don't get to say that I'm Black. But I was looking at ethnicity versus race, and I was kind of saying that those two were the same things. So I felt like, well, I can't really claim this part because, like, that doesn't belong to me. Like, Blackness doesn't belong to me.
Ooh, this is so interesting.
So, but then when I went to Beautiful and I was around all of these Black people, and they were like, "No, yeah,
No,
you're
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 Black.
Black. Like, you're
Okay,
Black.
wait.
You're
Okay, you
welcome
said
in
you like
here."
lived in New York. Like,
I moved to Florida when I was like 6. So I grew up in a predominantly white area.
okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say, like, I feel like when I moved to New York, there's different like I didn't. It was nowhere like this where I grew up. Where when I got to Harlem, it was like, oh no no, these are Black people. When I got to
Yes.
Washington Heights, it was like, oh no no, these are Dominican
Dominican.
people. Like
Mhm.
there are like lines
There
in
are
the
lines.
sand,
Yeah.
and anywhere else, it's like, no no, we're Black.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's the thing too. It's like, I was born, my dad, like, lived in Washington Heights and stuff, and then when I moved back to New York for around college, I moved back to Washington Heights, with my uncle. So I was like, "Okay, I'm familiar with this community, and I know it, and I feel at home here, and everyone knows me." And now I live in Harlem, and it's
It's like
awesome because, like, I live, like, on Frederick Douglass, and you see all these murals, and, like,
awesome.
I'm so
I
happy
love
that I
Harlem.
live there now. Yeah, like, post
Right?
Beautiful, post Meangirls, when I was like, "This is my identity, and I'm, like, not only a Latina Regina George, I'm a Black Latina Regina George."
Yes.
Like, that
Yes.
means something to me. Um,
Yes.
and so now I'm in Harlem, and honestly, just being back, I went back after I had some time in Florida. So at the beginning of COVID, I flew to my parents' house, when I lost my job, and I was here for like 2 months, and then I drove up to New York, once my sublet, like, officially left,
Okay.
and I was just like, Black people,
Black,
yeah.
black, blackity black. Black.
Yes, it was so amazing. And I remember texting my friend and I was like, "You know what? I feel like freaking Belle from Beauty and the Beast." I was talking to
Tony Braxton.
everybody. I was
Yes.
literally hollering at people. I was like, "Hey, bonjour." Like, I was walking the streets. Everyone was in a mask. I was in my mask. And you know what? I don't care. I don't even care. I was talking to random men on the street, whereas normally I would be like, eye roll,
Don't
keep
catcall me.
walking, don't catcall
Right?
me. I was catcalling them. I was like, "You are black. I am black.
We
Let's
are
go."
black
Yes.
everything.
And it just filled me with so much joy, especially
And
after.
pride.
Yes, and pride, like,
Yes.
because I was in Florida when Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd were murdered, and just seeing the lack of outcry.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is Trump Pence country,
The lack
where I
of
am.
outcry.
I've seen one Biden sign, one,
Oh, that's
and I've
terrifying.
seen a bazillion Trump Pence, like, even in businesses.
It's like that
And
where I'm from too. When I
yeah,
visit my parents, it's like this is where we're at, and
it's so
that's why I
scary.
wanted to be here in New York for the election. No matter who wins or loses, I'm like, I don't want to be in Trump Town
Oh,
again.
exactly. That's why I'm driving back at the end of October. I'm like, I need to get out of here. But it just being back in Harlem, I was like, this is amazing. And it fills me with so much joy and hope that once our industry does come back, that there will be a change within theater, like, and coming from the top
Yeah,
as well, and like
yeah,
internally, and like I hope that people clean house in the sense of, okay, here's what a microaggression is, and here's this, and
yes.
how could what I say in this casting, or even in this breakdown of a character, like, is this a microaggression? And even just, I read a breakdown yesterday for this character, for this TV character, and the first scene, like, they didn't specify whatever, and then the next scene they're like, she's at a bank, or she's at work, she works at a bank, she has her glasses on and her hair back, looking very professional. And I was like, my hair pulled back, so I can't have my hair down. I work at a bank, like,
Interesting.
so, because she's like the one Latin girl in the show, and of course her name is Maria. Like,
Oh
it's
my
just,
gosh.
no, it's just so silly. And so I was like, I'm not putting my hair back. No,
I want to wear it
no.
like this.
I will wear my hair like this. This is professional. I mean,
Right.
currently not this. I put a little bit of oil in it, and
I
I
mean, she's still cute.
I styled
Ashley,
it a
she's
little
cute.
bit.
You're
Yeah,
cute.
she's cute. Like, I would go to
She's
work
cute.
with my hair almost like this, you
I
know?
think I would go to work with this head wrap on.
Oh
And I
yeah.
wouldn't say that last year. I
I
wouldn't say
know.
that even 2 years ago. Like
I
my
actually
parents
go
would be like,
outside in head wraps now. I have cute ones. Like,
right?
that's so cute, and I would never think of doing that. I was even embarrassed in between shows. That in Beautiful, like,
Yeah.
I would, like, put a hat on or something if I had, like, not a cute scarf. If I
I
if I
put a
brought a
wig
cute scarf,
usually.
I would. Yeah, you had, like, your
I
shake
have
and
so many,
go.
yeah, so many shake and goes.
So cute.
Speaking of, I wanted to know, like, in Hamilton, that was what you were working on right before the shutdown, right?
Yes.
And which cast were you in?
I was in the Anne Peggy tour in San Francisco.
Okay, was that with Rebecca?
Yes.
Really? And
Yes.
Donald? Talking about the Webbers. Um,
Royalty, the
royalty.
Obamas.
I know, right? The Broadway Obamas. Um, I have to reach out to her. I wanted to know, in that show, and you're still in it. We're just on a break right now.
Mhm.
Um, did you wear a wig? Did you wear your own hair? How did it work?
Yeah, so I wore a wig. We all wear wigs now. I think only the original cast had their own hair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're Peggy, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
a Peggy, but
Come on, Peggy.
we have some of the girls that have short hair that don't wear wigs. Um, so they just have their natural hair, but we all had wigs. Even some of the guys had wigs, like the Madisons had wigs. And my wig, my Peggy wig, they tried to stay as close to my texture and curl pattern as
Awesome.
possible, which was great. My Peggy wig is about the same. It's a little bit longer than my normal hair, and it's not as, like, big.
Okay.
Because, they're just like fewer tracks, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a cute little like half up, half down. And then my Mariah wig is more full, like my hair is, but just a little bit longer. And the curls are actually a little bit looser. They're kind of what my curls looked like in high school. But I live for that wig. It is so nice. I want
Oh,
it.
I bet it is. I also wish I could see you.
Oh, I wish.
I know you're slaying, girl.
Thanks. It's so fun.
And it's also nice when you like your wigs. I think
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it makes a difference in a show for me. It's like you get on stage, if you hate all your wigs, I hate the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I was like, if you feel
Mm-hmm.
ugly going on stage, it is a total brain.
Yeah. We talked about it. In Hamilton. Rebecca brought it up, and she was like our hair liaison to the producers, and was just like, look.
She's always the liaison.
Yeah, she was like, look, black hair and its connection to black people is extremely important. And if
Yes.
our wigs look a mess, we cannot go. We feel
A mess.
a mess, and we
A
don't feel
mess.
confident, and we have to go out here and portray confidence, and we can't do it. And they were like, heard, okay, we're revamping the
Wow.
wigs, we're doing, they have all these things in store that they're gonna do, and they
Come
just,
through, Hamilton.
they made like this direct line of like, if you have a wig problem, like who exactly you can go to, so that it gets directly to the head of wigs, instead of like going to stage management and
Yes.
stage management going to someone else. Yeah. So
Yes.
it's amazing. And they also, I don't know how far along they are on this, but they also, I feel like I can tell you this isn't a secret, but, I don't know why it would be
If it
secret.
is, let me know and I'll edit it
Yeah.
out.
But they just said that they're looking, and they really want to, by the time we come back, have switched over to using only Black owned or,
Oh,
Black and brown owned business hair products for our wigs.
oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like, if you didn't already love Hamilton or the
Yeah.
idea of Hamilton, if you haven't seen it, like that little detail that's bomb.
Mhm. 'Cause
That's,
it's gonna change someone's life to have
yeah,
that
somebody,
contract
yeah,
with the show. Like,
yeah.
it's going to change their entire business. It's going to, Hamilton will
Wow.
be probably one of the biggest clients that they have, you know? So many wigs, so many companies.
Right.
It's gonna
Right.
be great.
And the biggest name.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
that's like, that's just bomb. Um, I I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I just want to say thank you for coming on here, and there's something else that I wanted to know. Hold on. Oh yeah. So before I let you go, there's a couple things I want to ask you. First of all, your attitude and your outlook on life. I think it's like, to say refreshing, folks who are listening. To say that Ashley is refreshing is like the biggest understatement of the freaking year. Like when you came into Beautiful, and we won't talk about like okay, first of all, our Beautiful family was the bomb. Every now and then there's like one bad egg. And when I say one, I mean literally just one. Ashley, when you came in, you lightened up the entire atmosphere. Like it was so beautiful. And to to be so fierce, like obviously like people on Broadway are fierce, like as like they, you don't get on Broadway for no reason, but like you're so, like I look up to you, like like you come in and you were so kind. You have like a track record to where if you wanted to have an attitude, I'd be like, I get
Oh,
it.
no.
You
No one
don't.
has that track. No one. No.
Like,
Oh,
shoot, if
my mom
Audra
is
came in, I'd be like, what?
vacuuming.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't hear it.
okay,
I
good,
can't
good,
hear it.
good.
Like, I would understand, like there are some people who I'm like, you could have an attitude and I will still bow down. Like,
I
you
get
know, like
that. Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah.
but it's still like Queen Audra is so kind. I'm like,
And
you're so
humble.
kind
Yeah.
and humble.
Yeah.
And you are also so kind and humble. Where does that come from? Where did you get that? Where
Um,
did that come from?
I mean, I just feel like it's funny because I try to be really, really confident, like in my work sphere, and in my life, but I'm actually really like not. I grew up extremely shy and I didn't really like singing that much. And my mom would always make
I
me
don't
sing
believe
for
you.
people. Yeah, she always made me sing for people. And
Come
like
on.
it, and I hated it. And like I went to school for something else. I went to school for science and like
What?
yeah, I went to school for science. I went to school for chemistry, and then I did 2 years at AMDA just because I was like, I don't really like this. I did 2 years in chemistry, and I was like, I'm not. I'm. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with this? What am I going to be a doctor? No, I don't know. But I just really liked chemistry, so I was like, I'll just major in this and work in public health or something. And then it didn't ended up not working. Long story, but I I was late to the game and I think that a lot of actors, we all kind of have that imposter syndrome feeling. But mine just felt really heightened because I was like, okay, I didn't go to a fancy high school. I don't know what the Jimmy Awards are. I didn't even know what carousel was. Like I was just kind of like, I love to sing and that's it. Like I love to sing, I like to act, but I really want to try my best in this and work really hard. And so and also my mom, I mean, my parents are just so sweet, but my mom, um, she worked in hospitality for like 25 years and she was always the one that would write thank you notes if we ever got anything, or always taught me like, if you get a gift for your present, you need to write a note. And even when we were on The Voice, because she was my chaperone, she still keeps in touch with all of like the crew people and everything. And
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and like she instilled that in me. So I think that there's just like this connection. Like Broadway, it was such a great goal to have, but it was never something that I was like, Broadway or bust, baby. Like it wasn't, like freshman high school me being
Yes.
like, I'm the greatest star.
Right,
Like
right.
that's
Like
being
High School
afraid to sing.
Musical.
I was like, what song is that? Like I'm not Leah Michelle. So I think that
Right.
just I have so much fun and I work really, really hard. And like when people have attitudes, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like it's
Like,
embarrassing. It's
it's embarrassing and
embarrassing.
uncomfortable.
Yes. It's so uncomfortable. And I haven't really met like that many divas or divos or whatever. I've been really lucky. Your face. Well,
I'm like, I still feel brand new to this industry and I have seen my fair share. I'm like, oh
I
gosh.
also am just kind of like, I kind of just mind my own, you know? And so it really wasn't until honestly, our dressing room was the most I've ever spoken in my entire life. It was the most like engaged and like,
That's a
and
good thing. I'm like,
yeah, it was because of you girls. Like I like talked to all of you and actually would have conversations. It was because of Salisha.
it was because
Um,
of me. Just kidding.
Yay! But that was the most involved I'd ever been, and even in Beautiful on Tour, I have
Wow.
my 2 best friends from that show, Marla and Alia, but those were the only people I really spoke to in the dressing room. And
Interesting. Tour can be hard, by the
our
way.
little Eva. Our little Eva was cool. But, like,
Alexis, who was it?
Alexis.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was
She's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, but it was really our dressing room that I was like, "Okay, I can have fun. I can, like, let loose and take pictures with the girls and go to the other dressing room and
And
talk to
have fun and
Jeff."
not worry about like somebody like
Yeah.
throwing a rock in my I don't know.
Yeah, and not just, and we were never disrespectful. We were never, like, like, screaming if someone needed to focus or something. It wasn't like that at all, but it's, we came in and we genuinely were like, "How was your day?" Like, as a person, I care about you and I care about your day.
Yes.
What are you
It
doing
makes a
after
difference
this? Yeah, it does.
going to work and feeling like you have a community that you can trust and
Yeah.
that you like
Mhm.
and it makes a
And
difference.
I loved you guys, and it was I was there for such a short amount of time, but at I even when I spoke to the producers of Meangirls, I was like, I left this show. I went to a show that I knew was closing, and I did that on purpose because of the reputation of community that Beautiful has, and I wanted to feel that. And 'cause
Wow.
and I finally was honest with our producers,
Wow.
and now I'm like, I can say this on a podcast. I have nothing to lose, baby. Okay. Like,
You don't owe anybody
I
anything.
don't owe them anything. And there's no bad
Wow.
blood there, but it's just like, if we're not honest, then people are just going to keep doing what they do.
Wow, Ashley.
So,
Thank you.
long-winded
I love
answer.
No, I'm here for that. And
you.
one last thing before I let you go. Something that you're grateful for that's keeping you going during this pandemic.
Oof. The strength and the fire that I see in my friends and our community. Like,
Yes.
so many people have become organizers and activists.
Like
and
straight up social justice activists.
Yes. I mean, Marla has from tour.
Yes.
She's got Claim Our Space, and I'm partnering with them. And it's also made me do stuff down here, and also seeing Broadway for Racial Justice. Like, just it's
inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're using our art to galvanize and to mobilize, and like that gives me hope. And I'm grateful for that.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
You're the bomb. You gorgeous human being. You guys. Ashley De La Rosa, everybody.
Thank you.
I'll see you later, girl.
Yeah.